phone. I actually haven't been awake very long. It's 12:02 p.m., March 21st, 2026. See, I'm trying to get to live. There's the kitties. Here's something I didn't do yesterday when I did the live was put that on. Well, it was a little dark yesterday. I didn't even realize it. So there, hello the kitties over there. I've been watercoloring, and I need to get something here. Just a moment. Getting brushes out. All right. This is what I want with water.
Brushes out.
Turn the sound off. Give me just a moment. I guess I need some rest. Got a lot going on. I'm surprised I'm even pulling this off. I think there was something I was going to do today, but these are. Want to keep doing this. I need to make sure I get to. Oh, that's the end of Dennis Waterman. Wow, I let the whole song go. That's rare. All right. I've got this going. I think they'll just sit. I think. Let me go back. There we go. Okay. So I'm doing these watercolor. By the way, I want to make sure I mention. Here's my pop shelf. Oh, I got my little. This is a nutrition drink I drink just about every day. It's I've been drinking these for. I've been drinking nutrition drinks for probably 25 years or more, and I like these. Walmart. I hate Walmart, but I like these. I don't care for Boost, and this has the same as Boost does, believe it or not, and I like it better. It just tastes better to me. To me. I had a nutrition folks go over it, and they said it's good. It's good stuff, surprisingly. So I've got paint. Now, I'll probably also use the translucent paints that I've got here from Pop Shelf also. And then I've got the silver, which I'll probably use on the wings. Not of this one, not of that one, but of that one. This was a tough one to pull off because I don't know if I mentioned when I posted that I actually enhanced the background. I don't like how it looks. I just haven't resolved that problem. So I just didn't do blue background here at all in these. What am I doing with these? I don't know. There's more stuff to gather, a lot of dust. However, I'm keeping this channel alive, which otherwise it probably would not be. Let me take a dunk of this. If anyone's watching and wants to suggest some colors, or if you watch later and want to, I don't know if your comments area is still alive after that. Yes, that's helpful. Oh wait, I've got a problem here. That draw's just really missing. I never scanned this in. I'm scanning all these in black and white with a thought I might do a little coloring type book. This is the more sketchy of the ones I've done, but I haven't scanned them. So what I'm going to do here is, quick and funny, I'm going to trade out for another. Well, maybe we'll finish this one. This is the one I started yesterday after I finished the other one. I'm going to scan this one in. got a brush here. I had a brush here. I thought I had one in my hands. Pull a couple brushes. Oh yeah, I'm using this. All right. Getting some cooking little shim here. Let me that happen. Geez, I'm gonna get these. There's some boards here. They're kicking me in a shim. All right. I mean. Yeah, I did. If you go to the Facebooky thing here, YouTube that I have, you'll see I have a, you'll see this, where I did with it. Where'd it go? I'm just showing you. Is that it? No? Well, I don't know where. Here it is. Yeah, I digitally went over the sky and made it all a lighty blue just to make it look better. I just didn't care for it. Okay. I've got paint. Let me scan this. Excuse me. I'll take this right here. Well, and actually, it's not colored here. It's what I wasn't sure of. I think I am. I was going to think about giving him gloves, but the color I need here would work better. I think if I made it gloves, it looks almost Jack Kirby-ish, if that means anything to anyone. But I think I'm going to make it as if he's not wearing gloves, just to kind of connect them better. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Always curious what others think. Good idea, bad idea. Let's add some color here. Let me keep scanning. We'll do the fairy. I can't believe didn't scan this in yesterday, but also getting ready to do a move. I was trying to get stuff ready there. Okay, scan. We're doing a live on my Facebook page, which is going to be improv. And I'll say the live I do tomorrow night will also be improv. I mean, might do a painting. How do people have the patience for this? I just don't know. I just don't understand. But what, a week from today, I won't be, well, I might still do a live. I don't know. This damn color would get on here to get into the damn things. It won't work. What I don't like about this stuff is I just don't have the patience for the nonsense of waiting and waiting. Look what I did to that brush. Deserved it. I just want to get this, I just want to move on. Rather, and then maybe I should be, and I could just do a color pencil here. I should give it more of a rough feel, wouldn't it? Like I care. I could. I'm looking for color. How don't I have a damn light blue doing in here? Yeah, I've got a bunch of water. I've got color pencils all over the place. This is color pencil. Where's the markers? There. That's close enough. Now I can do more of my. I'm trying to do this. I guess I really got to make sure I've got the right attitude to do it. In the mood. I'll be doing happy animal drawings in Ocala at Marion County Days next week. I'll post those whatever pictures, if the pictures I take, that is. And this is a barrel Prismacolor, part of an old set I've had for at least 3 decades. I really never made much use of these. But then again, art's something I do. Artwork is, it's not a passion. Except for political cartoons. I got a passion for those. I just don't know. I have nowhere to put them. So I don't. Wait, where's the picture? Oh, okay. I got the scan. Image, rotate, counterclockwise. Let me just make sure. Oh, shite. Image mode. Son of a. Alright, 180. File. Save as. Come on, baby. Let's go. We got all day for this stuff. Live. Alright, let's go away. That's helpful. A lot faster than that bloody brush and all this stuff done. There we go. Friend Pete Gallagher just did his Florida Folk Show. What do you call it? Sunshine 1190 something or other. It's you watch it live on Facebook. The remnants of such. The 2 hours are there. We just had the Will McLean Festival. One of these days, I want to get there. I gotta stop having mess going on in my life during it. Every single bloody year, something's going on. This year is no different as I seek a new home. Yeah, it does. It makes it look just gives it more of a basket feel. Less watercolor and more. Gonna fold it a little bit so it'll stay a little longer. I need something even darker. I have to see what I got on this damn brush thing. I find the brushes. Yeah, this is what I hate. I gotta go find a brush and see what I mean, if you've got a delicate way about you, I guess this works really well for me. It makes me nuts. So I just want to get it done and move on. So hold on, I know what I want to do here. I gotta play hide and seek with these damn brushes. I guess I have to be real settled, and of course, rushing like this, I can't believe how long I slept. Like, obviously I needed it. You know what? I'm thinking I'm gonna hold off on the ferry. I think I'm not in the right frame of mind for this stuff today. Things that happen when you got a lot going on in your life and the clock is ticking and you start to get worried. There you go. I think I'll avoid the whole sky thing. And that gets me off the hook of that mess. I think that's a key for me, is to try to avoid that stupid sky stuff. It's just me and consistency. I can do it in the computer, but gee whiz, I just don't have whatever it takes to do that. I don't know how the hell they do it. I've watched people do it. I still don't understand it. 47 years professional, I still don't get it. All right, so I'm putting, I guess this is some sort of wheat stuff over here. So yeah, this is kind of what would be today considered Bob Ross, another time William Alexander, or whoever. Uh, what's the other guy? There's been a whole bunch. Everybody gives credit. Bob Ross gets all the credit, but he was swiping from others who swiped from others who swiped from others. The idea of the dab way of doing things. Yeah, if you ever find the Bill Alexander books, those are really, really good. I think I showed here a couple, what, week ago or so ago, some Walter Foster, and those are good too. Really, those are really good. Most books being done today about how to are garbage. You need you need you really need a step by step. Most of these things they show you part, then they skip 1,000 moves to the next one. You can skip those 1,000 moves if you've been doing it as long as I have, but you want to learn how to do something. But you know why? I just saw a friend of mine, Martha Allen, who is teaching art classes. Well, she wasn't, because she is teaching them AI, and that is doomsday for those of us with skills. I wish she was not doing that. And I don't think she understands. She's not really an artist herself. She takes photography, but she's not making a living doing it. Any, I don't think at this point, and she's not quite grasping the. I need to talk to her. I talk to her, and I need to actually because of something I'm working on. So of course, after I talk to her about this, she may get real upset with me because she's finding these surrealistic things you can do where you replace heads with faces and clothes and bodies and yeah, you do all that stuff with AI, but you're taking and as I say, I'm HI. I'm human intelligence. This is human intelligence here. There ain't no AI here. It's me doing it. You can see it. One reason I'm doing these lives, is because you can do this stuff on your own. You don't need a damn computer. Now I admit I used that. I did that background because I was frustrated. But that is it. Otherwise, everything else. And the sky's just simple. I mean, it's just light blue. But the AI stuff should be again. There are so many more. You're going to see. We're going to continue to see job losses here in the U.S. because of it. And it's not because of any president or minds or politics. It's because we're letting data centers in. We're letting the AI stuff expand, and goodbye jobs. That is the intent of it. It's that it's for businesses to make money, not to give people jobs. It's to take them away. So every time you go to Publix, you come to that self checkout, you walk away, and you make sure the cashier has some business. That's how she keeps her job, and we have an economy that runs. And you keep your job. Her keeping her job means you keep your job. Because eventually most jobs will disappear because of it. And I think it's going to happen either way, but thing is just try to avoid it because we will have a serfdom going on here at that point. As I say, it's just business. And it's just business means you don't have a home, you don't necessarily have food. Not good. So I mean this is a simple. It's not quite all the way to the bottom. A simple way to get that in there. It gives a sense that he's going through it. I still don't know what the hell to do with this hat. I'm open to what to do with that hat. I have no idea. I just started drawing it. that's what came out. I still don't know what to do with the kitty either. But this brush is too big for that. Did that pretty good, didn't it? Okay, let me use this. Let's see what I do with that cat. It's a little thicker, but for some reason I can't seem to have it. Oh, yeah, that might work better. All right. I don't want to make an orange kitty because it's that damn orange beard. So I think, okay, so let's do shadows and we'll build up from there. How about that? Jeez, I forgot that's wet. Put shadows in here and see what happens. What really further hurts all this with the AI stuff is kiddies are being brought up to do video games. The video games are all press buttons. Everybody dies. So doing illustration work like this, you can't approach it like that. You've got to approach it that you're trying to build something up. You got to have some. I mean, something I don't have much of patience. So with the AI idea is that you just hit a couple buttons, you got the image you want. Supersede all, which stinks. Oh, another brush. I hope that kitty's okay. I'm not making clear what color the kitty is. Whatever you want. It could be all grayish. Pink. Now I'm just indicated, and most folks would not know this, but if you don't know, adding that pink gives the impression that the kitty's white, a white kitty or a light kitty. Darker kitties have darker. I've had over 100 kitties in my life, so I'm kind of familiar with this. So I'm going to go back to the walk. Okay, you know what I love? My favorite colors. This actually goes all the way back to high school, for heaven's sakes. I've always liked slate gray. I don't know if I can find it. You know what I can't find is a pencil sharpener. The hell do I do with them all? No, I think that's slate gray right there. It's kind of blue. It's kind of gray. I always liked it. When I went to the Kubert School, yeah, that really worked out because that's one of the colors that Greg Hildebrand liked, or getting that kind of tone. I'm doing this backwards. Jeez. I cannot find my colored pencils. I mean my pencil sharpener. I don't know what I did with them. I have 7 or 8 of them. They're all gone. I can't find one of them. I want to get settled back and just get stuff done. But I can't do nothing because I'm not sure where I'm going to be here in a week. It's blistering. Yeah, this has a similar effect that Hildebrand wanted with that purple. It's just a gray blue. But you see how it gives I think it's like gray, isn't it? Yeah. I had a dozen of these someplace. I see only one right now. And I don't use this much. And then if you put it on the ground, it looks like it's reflecting what's already there. Get it? Get it? Do you get it? Just scribble this in here. Who cares? You want it to look like rabble, and so it does. You know it's not a bad idea to do when you're doing stuff like this? You want to do an outdoor scene where they're walking in the sands and such. First of all, you can go do it yourself. But the other thing is, you can turn on a Western movie where they're riding horses through the sand and the black and white or color doesn't matter. You'll get a feel for that. You'll get a sense of what you want to get in this. I want to get there. In a sense, it's a reference. I'm just going to put this through here as if there's more Bill Alexander stuff or Ross Allen, whatever you want to call it. And Nagy, John Nagy was another one. Actually, John Nagy was early kind of teacher for me. We got a set out of S&H Green Stamp store when I was little of the John Nagy how to. And see all that is just, it looks like you're not quite sure what the hell's going on here. Fine. That's good. Because your focus is in here. Now I'm going to go back. I got to go back over all of this, of course. Now what? I think I'm establishing that my light source is going this way. So we get some of that in here too. See that? I've got some colored line markers that I'll use to go back over this to kind of really make his nose big. Yeah, all that pops up a bit. That case is still not good, is it? Oh, I did sleep really good. Had some vivid dreams. I guess I needed it. Recently, I've been getting up around 8, 9 in the morning, which is unusual for me. It wasn't. I didn't get up to almost 11, so I only had an hour to get ready. All right, I don't know if that helps or not. Barbara K. McCann, he needs a pipe. How are you, Barbara? I'm missing so much Florida stuff because I'm still looking for a home. I just realized I was. Do you ever tune into Pete Gallagher's Florida Folk Show? Because you'd like it a lot. A lot. And anyway, the Will McLean Festival. Will was a friend of mine. Will McLean Festival was last weekend. I couldn't go because I'm just trying to get stuff ready to go wherever it is I'm going to go. I'm looking at a place Monday. It's a little steep for my pension. I should have worked. I should have worked as long as you and Martha did. I do want to go visit Martha. Of course, gas prices. That makes it rather difficult. I wanted to go visit my grandparents' graves. And I thought I was getting to a point to that, but it looks like that may even more not happen anytime soon. But yeah, it's Sunshine St. Pete. In fact, I think I kept it. Hold on, I can give you the right address here. Yeah, you listen to Pete Gallagher show? You know, it was Pete Gallagher's show where my car. I was a guest on there, and last May 10th, and my car broke down. As I after I mean, it's the pension, the transmission went out. The pension went out. There's a scary thought. It is. Oh, it's gone now. I had it up there, but yeah, Radio St. Pete. It's Tim and Pete, and his wife actually is part of it too. Diane. Diana, yeah, she's in the background. She keeps quiet. Pete's wife, that is. I think Tim's married. And then the lady who, I don't know the lady sitting beside her, Pete now. That lady's changed. There's been different ladies all the time. I was so involved in Florida folk music in the late 80s, 90s, early 2000s. It's amazing how far away I've gotten from it all. I want to get back into all that stuff, and life is not cooperating. You see how I put this slate gray in here? It gives a sense of form without adding the color. I don't even have to add the color. You know what? All right, I do have a color I need to add. It looks like it needs yellow. And I should better advertise Pete's program. It's the only program in the state of Florida that's featuring Florida folk music, which won't mean much to nobody, but it's an art. It is an art form. You can't have AI. I love, and I forget the name of the lady. She's saying how she was a native of St. Pete. She's got a wonderful song about that. Also, the name Valerie Wisecracker came up, and Val is just a wonderful lady. She's the one who did a song that's funny. You don't hear it in Central Florida. The rat that ate Orlando. But she's getting older, and she pretty much sticks only to her backyard of Fort Lauderdale and Miami. And I mean, Malden, Grant Livingston's not coming up this way. I wish any of these people would be to. Yeah, I just haven't been to one recently. I wanted to go last weekend, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't. Hopefully, each year, March, something's going on. And one thing that doesn't help is it's right after the book fair, which I'm always a part of, and then the Springs Festival. I'm not sure where the Springs Festival. We're changing Springs Festival next year, and we're meeting about that here in a couple months, and hopefully make it a little more available. The county has unlimited funds apparently, and has managed to do us in, which I think is due to the realtor builder developers who don't want that kind of event around. But still, as I travel our state and I mention this area, it's people don't think of horse farms; they think of Silver Springs, and that's good. I tell people about that here, and they don't believe it. We're horse country. We're horse country. We're horse. Yeah, you've been plowing down the horse farms for your developments. Don't tell me that. I was talking to one of our county commissioners, Carl Zalek, about that, who's a big proponent of building and construction. I said, stop talking about horse country. Only people who think it's horse country is people in the county. And maybe some folks in Kentucky. Did you ever go to the Will Festival? Did you ever see Bobby Hicks live? I think that should be a badge of honor. I saw Bobby Hicks live. I think it should be. I heard I'm Florida, need I say more, live in person. I heard it many times from Bobby. I saw one of his very late concerts just before he died. It was over in was that Sunset Point Place in Pinellas County. It's sad how many of our Florida folks have died. I think this being upset about Florida does you in sooner. That's what's amazing. And Pete's still around because Pete's birthday. He was just talking about his birthday's coming up on the 11th of April. He's clocking in a few years now. I think it's only 70 something, but still, that's pretty good. Will didn't get that far. Bobby did, but we were just, Jeff Parker had recently purchased a copy of Jim Ballou's album. I know he had one back when we were at City Hall. So I don't know what happened. I guess he lost something. Well, much as my stuff is so gone. I still have I lost a lot of stuff in the move, but my Florida stuff, I got it. Oh, I'm going to be part of an author writer thing in end of June. It's going to be in Leesburg, and it's really prompted me to get some work done. But I'm not sure how because I don't know where I'm going to be yet. I know you're from Kentucky. You and William P. Duvall, our first full-time governor after Andrew Jackson. Yeah, but have you heard? Did you ever hear Bobby McKay? Bobby, Bobby Hicks sing "I'm Florida, need I say more"? I don't know. I don't know. That wasn't a constant at the festival, but it was there. Sometimes others. Now today, others sing it. Oh, Bobby's gone. But a lot of folks don't feel comfortable doing it but we need to because people need to hear it. They need to hear the name Thelma Bolton over and over and over and over again. You know, part of that dream I had this last night had to do with Florida, old Florida, of course. And how are you doing, Barbara? You doing okay? How are your birds? Barbara has birds. She's got this pterodactyl you wouldn't believe. You don't believe me, huh? Well, go to her house with birdseed and see what happens. Okay, now let me. I have no idea what this guy's doing. It's actually kind of silly what I've done here with color and all. Did you ever hear Bobby Hicks live? Or do you know? I'm not sure you're familiar with Bob. I'm sure you are. Do you not be? All right, I do need to hit that with that brush. And I need to get the fairy. Have you seen the fairies I've done? Well, you may have seen them on Facebook. I don't know, but wow, people like them a lot. You know, they're crossing. I don't know if you call Bobby Hicks bluegrass. You spelled it right. He played the guitar all by himself. He just sang. I don't know if he'd be bluegrass, but people really like this. And our friend Melissa Busby says I really crossed here into areas on foreign territory to me, and that's color. But I'm not being color ain't good. Yeah, I would. Busby, you know you. You've got all those flowers and things. I just realized I did not do this on watercolor paper. Boy, was that stupid. Oh, I'm not. Let me finish one thing first. Well, I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to go over it with a line. I'm going to say that's pretty close. Well, let's see who. Well, Frank and Ann Thomas, Frank Thomas, and his last wife Lisa is trying to keep his memory alive, but it's slipping. It's slipping, and it's too bad because they just that Frank did the best overall of anyone, and he lived to a ripe, nice age. I think he was just short of 80. But his songs are just great. When I did this last night, I wasn't thinking, and I did not do this on. I had a stack of watercolor paper. The hell did I do put this on watercolor paper? I really like to see Pioneer Days have some Florida, real Florida folk. I'm pretty sure Doug Spears would come down. Well, I think any of them would. Not saying there's not a bad selection. It's just that those are some legends, and I don't think they're not going to cost much. None of us Florida folk people or Florida history people. We all like to go around poor. I mean, Will was living out of his van most of the time. For heaven's sakes, so sad. But that's what he did. I cannot believe I did not put this on watercolor paper. What was I thinking? I know I'm thinking about my. Hey, I'm just short of being Will McLean. I'd like to get down to the Everglades again, or I mean Lake Okeechobee. Yeah, he did. Oh, he did play bluegrass, but I was thinking, good female cardinal. They're coming back. They're coming back. Do, 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 do. Yeah, these should be well-known names. It's funny. There's these pages on Facebook. Don't move to Florida. Native this. They almost never mention our. And I don't want to get. I want to post things about that, but I don't know to get people upset. I don't know why it would, but You're going to talk about how proud you are to be a native or whatever. You think you'd want to mention that. The great Florida folk music folks. Also help them make a few bob here or there. I did that a little too quick. But it's not watercolor paper, so I got to be real careful with it. I get 10 tons of watercolor paper. Paint a tail. Well, I'm some of the big names in Florida folk. I think would gladly come out. If you want to say there are any big names anymore, it's hard because nobody really knows who they are. I'm not interested in going to the Florida Folk Festival anymore. First of all, I go to the homeschool convention where I get folks thinking about Florida history for 2 whole days nonstop all the time. So I'm more effective. I get stuff done there. Which I'm tickled pink about. I gotta make. I have not secured my place there this year, and I need to do that. I'm so busy trying to figure out where I'm going to be. If I can make the pension work out, I may be down Silver Spring Shores. It's not a place I'd like to be, but it's a thought. As I said when I was doing this last night, the mouse gets a shadow. The fairy does not. Yes, it's all because of discrimination. People would actually believe that. Yes. I'm pro mouse. I hate fairies so they don't get shadows. I'm playing with this stuff. This colorful thing is very, as our friend Busby knows, it's hard. I don't have an eye or a head for it at all. Everything's earth tones. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Here, I can't quite see it like that. I gotta turn it sideways or I can't see what I'm doing. Because I've got this little camera doohickey thing here. Yeah, I was also going to go visit Jeff Parker too over in Tallahassee, but now I don't know when or if or what. Actually, starting to get in better shape financially, and then this happened, which is fine. I'm glad to help Tony. I wanted him to have his relationship, his lady friend. Maybe I'll draw caricatures at their wedding. Golly, I haven't drawn caricatures at a wedding in a long time. Maybe almost 10 years now. I am going to draw caricatures at my friend Dr. Steve Brooks' party on May 2nd in Seminole County. He's a long-time friend, and he gets what I do. Actually, I think I might ask him because one of the things I'm asking about is finding a place I can go where I may be able to help somebody, someone who needs, medical help. Because I don't lounge around and watch TV. I work, I sleep, I work, I sleep. That's all I know how to do. So I want to help somebody who may need aid and may not have the money to hire somebody. I can maybe, of course, I have not medical stuff, but simple stuff they may need help with. And I'd also be, well, I'm realizing I saw some posts, some people are posting about an apartment that's in an office. And I thought, well, that is exactly what I really need because I don't really live. I work and I work and I work and I work. You know, it's funny. Pioneer Days is one of the few times I was actually somewhat casual, where I'll go around and talk to folks and all because I don't usually do that. I may have that problem at Marion County Days only because I know, just like, much like Pioneer Days, I know a lot of folks, and I'm kind of supposed to be at 5 different booths at the same time. I was able to eliminate one of those on Monday. I just got to keep an eye out for my dear friends Kathy Bailey and Martha Ross, who are in their 80s, and they'll stand in their Fred Silver Springs booth till they're about to drop dead. So I'm going to keep an eye on them. I said, you feel that way, you contact me. I'll come over and I will take your place. You have to have all this school board nonsense. And I'm not against it, but that you have to do some background stuff. But I just think that if you're volunteering, you should be welcome, and there should be no hindrance. But what it is the contractors don't want people to come in and do things for free because they want to make money. So they get to the school boards and say, "You've got to have this done like we say." And of course, there's money involved. For those of us who just want to, like when I used to do additions, I'd take time off from Orlando City Hall and go do additions. So the contractors started coming. First thing they did was we want everybody fingerprinted. Suddenly it was going to cost $150 to go to volunteer. I said, no, I'm not paying. You can pay $150. I'm not paying $150. That way they could get in there. They could those contractors could make money, which then cut out the free people, so they could. You had to hire people to go in and do this stuff. Oh, just awful. Lots of older people in Ock. What's Ock? Ock. Are you choking on something? They play at the library every week. Play what? Who's they? And what do they play? Skeet shooting. That's what all libraries should have. Skeet shooting. Yeah, exactly. Sitting with older folks. I mean, I could sit, but I'd be more interested in trying to help them. And then I could try to have. I mean, I could rent from space, but I'd rather do something where I'm helping folks. Again, giving myself something to do. Back to that. It's amazing I'm so poor when I'm constantly working as much as I do. Now, I was thinking that because the hair would be a little darker with this one, but I'm trying to make these all lighter. Oh, I'm going to hear my friend Annabelle Leitner does her talk, which she does kind of bi-monthly, over in Reddick, and that's Monday. I'm going to do that. Then I got all those books from that Bushnell Methodist Church. My friend Randy Osborne's taking those because I need room in my storage room to get everything that's in here in there. And I'm going to take a look at this place over in Silver Spring Shores. A lot of folks haven't gotten back to me. I don't know why. I don't know if they filled the post and just didn't take it down or what. When is Marion County Days? It's next Saturday. The intent of Marion County Days was started by Judy Delk. Judy Delk is on the Marion County Historic Commission, as I once was. Her intent to push this was that the focus of the event would be Marion County history, and there'd be all the stuff set up to do Marion County history. So she did the first year, and there were speakers. I was one of those. There was a whole bunch of history stuff going on, and the county liked what was going on so much that they basically have completely taken it over, and Judy has been pushed out. And now everything's about Marion County. All the offices and divisions all have booths at this event. But it's gotten more compounded because the politics have come in. So all the politics have a booth. And this year I happen to know a lot of candidates have booths, which hasn't been the case the last couple of years. Very, very bad, I think. Ocklawaha, who plays plays folk music? In Ocklawaha? Where? Oh, what I see, Gator Joe's is 100 years over there. That's not Ocklawaha, but it's off. You know what I'm saying. So Marion County Days next Saturday. I think it's 10 to 4 or something like that. I'm actually going to be. I'll be in a booth, and there's Cheryl Cornelius, who does not have Seminole County Days, but that is something that Seminole County could think about doing. I don't like the idea that the whole event is about the county has endless money from taxpayers. They take it all to do an event to basically advertise themselves. And then I believe the people who are working there are paid employees. They're not volunteering, whereas all the rest of us are volunteering. That's not right. And the history, the museum, our Marion County Museum of History Archaeology does get out. And there is going to be a kind of a booth thing in there, but not. I mean, instead of a focus on history, the focus is on the county. And I believe we're going to see some of the commissioners have individual booths also, like Carl Zalek. I don't like what happened there at all. But look what happened to Orange County History Museum. The intent was to teach history. Instead, it's become a political mallet almost, much as Marion County Days is. Oh, for the days of Gene Yothers, long forgotten and ignored. What the hell is this colored pencil doing? Not working on that, that's for sure. This is a regular colored pencil, too. Did you know Gene Yothers? Thank you, Cheryl. And who plays folk music? Barbara. Barbara K. McCann and I worked at City Hall. Well, she left just before I did or just after, I forget. Yes, I do too. I stated that at the board meetings. I stated that to Billy. I think it's just, hopefully Myra Uribe is gone for good here. I'm actually working to try to, with certain others, I don't care who gets the spot as long as she does it. She becomes mayor, it's going to be, you thought Pine Castle was bad, you meant what she does for the rest of the county. So she's a self-promoter. She's one of the worst types of politicians that exists. And I despise that. And I know my friend Carl Zalek is turning into that. He's suddenly everywhere, and he's putting his face everywhere, and he's got video everywhere, and he started wearing a cowboy hat. I don't think if Carl, at his best day, could jump on a horse. Even with a step stool, he'd have trouble. They're friends of mine, and his wife's a friend. And I love that they homeschool, and their children. But Carl's wrong with what he's doing. He's doing the Myra Uribe here in Marion County, on a county level. But so if you want to know what Myra Uribe does, look what Carl Zalek's doing in Marion County. And he's pushing every little development imaginable, as she would too, because it's all about ego. It's Buddy Dyer stuff. Ugh. These politicians make me crazy. Yeah, I think all of it should go. And maybe when Myra's gone, and I warned Billy that when Myra's gone, is he prepared to readjust the event for her being gone? And he didn't seem to really be, He was going to say, well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Well, he's going to cross it pretty soon now because elections are November and the event is in February. And by then, I'm just concerned about that. Yeah, I think the political booths need to go. Again, it's like Marion County days. It should be about history. At least it is about Marion County. But I think the amount of political booths is going to be disturbing. Just the ones I know. Bands in where are bands in Ocklawaha playing playing folk music? You mean like over in Lake Weir, Gator Joe's? I find it. I am flustered with this legislature is one of the worst legislative sessions we've ever had. If if DeSantis signs any of these, most of these bills, half of these bills, I'll be generous. Half of these bills, I'm putting him down as one of the worst governors in our state's history. It's atrocious. And my friend Stan McLean is another one. Another one. I don't think Stan's going to have a booth. Stan's getting really cocky. But he got kind of beat down this time. When I saw him up in Tallahassee, there's a great story in the Charlotte Observer today because North Carolina took a beating week ago Tuesday. A friend of mine didn't get elected. I didn't think he was really serious about it. Well, he's got a brother-in-law. But there were some big losses by those who thought, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Note, Bobby. Hey, by the way, I was talking to Cornelius about this yesterday. Barbara, are you familiar with Bobby Williams? And what do you think about Bobby Williams or Matt the welder, Matt Taylor? Trying to figure out if they're really getting to people, especially after reading that North Carolina article. I can't support either. I might have to support Matt Taylor. I just rather not. Neither one. You have more experience with government. Well, actually, Cheryl probably has more experience in government. I admire Taylor for bringing out the horrible stuff government does, but he has. I asked him personally, have you been involved with a city council, county commissioner, state legislature in which you've tried to get legislation through of any sort? Answer was no. I give him a ton of credits for being honest with me about it. But he's got. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people, left, right, whatever. People just love the. I mean, basically, it's like, what if Bobby Hicks ran for? Except Bobby, I'm not talking. Bobby Williams is on another planet, but he does have a big following. We're going to have him at an event April 2nd. I'm curious who shows up. I'm seeing big crowds. No. Are you familiar with Williams or Taylor? I want to. And then I'll stop. How about that? I'm just curious. Who knows? Is he reaching anybody? Again, I'm not supporting these guys, but there seems to be a big groundswell there, and it's going to really upend a lot of people, especially those who think they got it made. You're a good person to ask that because I know you care about this stuff, but I don't know if they're reaching you. For people like you. Yeah, just as yes or no, and I'll stop. How about that? I'm just curious if you've heard of either one of them or are familiar with them. Because I don't think they're reaching folks. Maybe I'm wrong. Most of what I'm finding out they are. All right, just yes or no, and I'll stop. Or I'll keep going. You can go, or whatever. But I'm very curious about that. Because it's true that That Charlotte Observer article has a lot of value to it. And maybe you're not familiar with them. Maybe that's the answer. I would take your lack of answers being you're not familiar with them, which is interesting because you're the person they want to reach. By golly. By gum. Er, oh, it's 1 o'clock. Oh, God. I didn't get very far. I forgot to scan this. I can't. Damn. Come on, paint. Okay. Well, I'm not. I need to. Kathy Bailey's told me about the Ocklawaha Library. She goes there a lot. She's not told me about any Florida folk music, and she would. So I don't know why. I'll have to ask her. If I don't talk to her before Saturday, I'll ask her Saturday about, or if I remember. I don't see the library promoting it at all. I did go to that talk. They had this fellow give a talk on Florida mystery writers. And that was disturbing because the guy had written a book, which I read 30 years ago. And I was floored. I was going to ask about the plethora of. I was hoping to get. I wanted to get more information about all the Florida writers out of St. Petersburg, Pinellas County, that used to dwell there. And he had no idea what I was talking about. And it got to a point where he was referring to me during his talk. I guess I should do a book about book authors in Florida. So many, and most of those books are unavailable. But I specifically want to know about Harry Whittington, who was born and raised. It appears he was born and raised somewhere in northwest in area I'm in Marion County. And in my opinion, he did a better job writing outdoor Florida than Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings could have ever imagined. And that's because he was born and raised there. But this guy wasn't even familiar with Whittington. And it was really just his talk was focused on writers of the 1800s and early 2000s, and then he skips all the way over to recently with, of course, John D. MacDonald and Randy Wayne White, who just had so much. Asked me something about John D. and I forgot. I didn't respond. I need to do that. What color should her whatever it is? Pink, green, orange. Should be a different color. All right, if I'm not going to do a sky, I might as well make it light blue, right? I can still change it if someone would like to. Someone was pipe and say, "No, it's a horrible color. Don't do it." This is my friend lawyer Tom Hockman, who said you need to make your fairies a little lighter. And that is true. The great ones, Baker and all who've done fairies, have done them thin and wispy. I still have weight on her, so there. Yeah, if you're out this way, come out to Marion County Days next Saturday. I'm not doing this live stuff much publicly like that. Back when was the last time I did? Well, it was at Pioneer Days, and that was really public. Yeah, this is free, open to the public. There's a lot of people come. It's very busy. I have no idea what that is she's wearing, but okay. All right, here is. Could be easier to open, huh? Oh, there it goes. Yippee. I don't use it enough. My friend DKR Supplies, Dennis Kaminsky over in Leesburg, said pour it into the cap. And let's put the brush in. Just dab it a little bit. You can do it. Oop, that was an accident. Now, it's not easy to see this. This is the paint is iridescent. A medium Winsor Newton, silverish, whatever. But it gives a little sparkle to it when you hold it up to the light, or if you put it up on a wall, don't go walk by it. Gives a little extra little magic-y thing. Add some in here too. And what's going on here? Well, you make your story. Something this fairy is doing is pixie dust here all over. You know, when I scan this, none of this is going to show up. Nope. If I get that dark enough, it may. This is so far out of my purview. I just want to make fun of things. There you go. How about that? You can't tell at all if I do this. Yeah, I know that book. Hold it. I just met Mike McGinnis, a great history buff, and yeah, I'm gonna see. They're gonna be part of this thing in Leesburg, June 27th. I'm a part of. Yeah, they did something not very good, nice, and I'm not forgiving them for it. They took over the Facebook pages from Bobby Beaumont and tossed him out because they didn't like his politics. But his politics really didn't show through in his posts. They just didn't like. They learned what his politics were, didn't like him. So that wasn't a nice thing to do. Now, I'm sure Bobby Beaumont and I think have only really interacted once. I think if we tried to be friends, it wouldn't last too long. We have a similar love of history, but he's a '90s uh, rock music guy and cars and things I'm not much for. But I don't think that was right what they did. But I'll be with them in June. And I'm glad they're doing the pages. I just wish they didn't have to do it how they didn't have to be as rough as they were about it. I'm really surprised Beaumont didn't come back and be even rougher. But when I got my pages hacked, when they're gone, they're gone. 20, I guess you'd be using Slate Brave for this. But I'm glad you yep, Florida History Pictures. Let's see, I just picked up some nifty things. Here's one I didn't have in my collection. I just picked this up. Yeah, this was at the Citrus Springs of Organized Crime in Miami. I probably have 75 books about crime and the mob. Best one is by my friend Doug Kelly, Sunshine State Crime Mob. What is it? Something like that. Anyway, it's a good book because he was actually part of the scene in the '80s. So was that brother-in-law who just lost his election in North Carolina. He was there too for that stuff. I just picked up some more Florida historical quarterlies. These are actually ones that I picked up at the. Most of these are all ones I picked up at the Winter Park Library. They had carted them out, weren't sure what to do with them, so I went ahead and bought them, and we gave them to the I gave them to the Marion County Museum of History and Archaeology. But now they're getting more, and some that are in better shape, so they're trading them out. I'm picking them up. I'm going to donate them to another library. By golly, what else do I have here? Here's Things Yankees Don't Know. This is really good. I already have a copy of the St. Petersburg and Informal History. It's very short. And, I've got some of the longer ones, but this was not from the library book sale, was it? No, I got this at Family Bookstore in D-Land. But it's very good, especially being concise. Like, I don't like Mike Gannon's books. I'm not saying I hate. It's just that he skips over some significant things. I don't think he should. There we go. I think that helps. Just gives a little more defining thing to the mice. Oh, when are the ladies getting together? You all already had your luncheon with Grace and all? A little birthday celebration? Oh, did you get that drawing to her? I never heard back. Did you get that thing to her? I did. For birthday. Thank you for doing that. Even if you didn't get to her, thank you for just taking. No plans for me to go through Seminole County right now. Still, and with gas prices, that's and my need for a home uncertain. Once I get settled again, I can calm down a little bit about all this. But in the meantime and in between time, it's scary stuff. Oh, still has some of that. I gotta watch it. This paper's not for watercolor. That was a big dummy thing I did. Yep. I'm gonna be boxing some more books and getting some things more ready. Once I get those church library books I can get back to the storage room. Bought a book. Yep. Oh, that only has written one book. Who? Did you get? Did you? I don't know if you heard. Did you get Grace's 90th birthday thing to her, perchance? Thank you for doing that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Whether you got to her or not. Did y'all have your city hall gathering? Yeah, some of this paint does get my sinuses going. If you get a chance to click the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Are you saying Mike McGinnis or Jeff Davies only written? I think they've written more than one. I don't know if you still call those picture books writing. It's kind of like the Arcadia. We're talking about Seth Bramson, who's done a bunch of them. But the reason he's done a bunch of them is makes sense. He's able to do them shorter and more focused, and it's focused more on the history of, in his case, Miami Beach and Jewish history in Dade County and the area. Yeah, if you haven't read his book about bird eyes, it's really good. And there's some good books about bird eyes, but that was really good. You should go see the where William Burdine's buried. Is fascinating. What the hell's he doing in that thing? But that gets back. I need to go visit my grandparents' graves down there in Coral Gables. I don't know how. Did y'all did y'all have the your ladies' day city hall gathering? I saw no post about it, so I'm not sure if you did. Better do it soon. By the way, one reason I've been to a number of restaurants like Lever Rocks and some old Florida ones recently is because I know I'm not going to be able to afford them in about 3 months because of these are going to get very expensive. They have to. They have to raise your prices. Probably won't be able to afford it. I just really wanted to go to Ted Peters, and it's so stupid. Why on earth, when the time change occurs, you change your hours on that day? Why? That doesn't make any sense in the world. But Lever Rock was very good. I got a very good seafood dinner there. Very, very good. It was expensive, but it was very good. Oh, I have not heard back. Did Barbara leave? I think I'm just going to leave this like it is. How about that? What do you think about that? Looks like it needs a little bit more development in here. I need to go. It's one. Oh my God, it's 1:20. Have I been here a while? Yeah, if you get a chance to do the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I don't have all those little doohickeys to post. Subscribe, subscribe. I could. I probably should. Maybe I will once I get resettled again. I'm just a lone little church mouse putting this stuff together as I can. Actually, this is a right. This is a Reeves. This is a cheap brush. You should throw away if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't have a lot of experience in using brushes, you should not use this. I'm using it because it was the size I wanted, and I know I can use it because I've been doing this a long time. But if you haven't, these are not good brushes. The key to watercolor painting at all, you put your money in your brush, not the paint. Punch that up a little bit. So the idea is tonight at Facebook, I'm going to do improv. In fact, I may work off of something we talked about here. Just make something up. That's my fun thing, make stuff up. But I may also do another fairy and paint it tomorrow here at noontime. So I'm trying to clock in more hours here. And I hope y'all are reading books. Which sounds completely disconnected, but I know what I need here. I know what I'm missing. Okay, so I've given her no shadow, but I'm putting shadow on her. But I want that stuff to pop out. See how that leg now pops a lot more than it did. Purr, 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 purr. See that pink and purple? Yeah, that leg definitely pops out better now. Whoops, it just fell. I need to go. Put this a little lighter. You know, this pinky stuff I ain't good with. But I'm trying, really trying. A little bit more to that arm. Yeah, not great, but it'll do. And this doesn't go anywhere. I'm just doing it. I guess I should put it on Fine Art America or something. And get a little bit of that right here because that just doesn't make no sense. My poster taking forever to post to your page. Oh. Oh, to this page? I wonder why. Could be your computer. And mine, this computer goes pretty slow these days. But yeah, just let me know about. I was curious if Grace got her, so I happened to talk to her. It's funny you came on here because Grace was in one of my dreams last night. I think it was a continuous dream probably. And now here you are, and the questions come up. Oh, that happened when you came on here live when I was going to do the picture. I didn't know how to get it to her. Yeah, though I missed Pam Duffy at the. You may have seen my Facebook post. She did come over to Beef King, and so did Steve Voorhees' ex-wife. I thought it was his sister, ex-wife. But I'm glad we keep that tradition going. That's pretty cool. All right, enough of this. I think you get the idea. I think I knocked that out. I think I did something really. All right. Enough of this. All right, I'm going to say this is done, or as done as I want to be, or much time as I want to put to it. Thank you all for watching, being a part of things. I'll be live on my personal Facebook page tonight at 7. I should be back here tomorrow at least at 7. 7 o'clock tomorrow night, I'll do improv at least at first. Depending on how Monday, no way I'm going to come on live Monday. Monday's packed. But I might do a fairy thing tomorrow night too, or I might do a fairy thing tonight on my personal page. Come back, do a color tomorrow. We'll see. All right, I didn't mean to take this much time. Oh my goodness, I'm missing something right now. All right, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you for being here, Rob Smith. Good night. Good night.